Sin said no more!
Korea's win! Immortals claim their
into this first game.
Well, there's a lot to be said still for this one, but we have to take a look as we get ready to go into game number one. J-Team and Flash Wolves. Flash Wolves need to pull ahead with that first win, putting it all onto Bruce. Let's start this one by talking a little bit about a matchup that I'm curious to hear your thoughts about, Stuart. Okay. Ysera versus Dawn. Almost said that Dawn is a different caliber of player. How does Ysera stack up?
Yeah, I mean, in this matchup, you know, you've got Garen against Darius. I think in terms of the players itself, you know, Ysera has shown that he can be a carry, you know, especially on that Camille. But I think, as Omo said on the analyst desk, you know, Dawn is a completely higher level, and you can see there's already a lot of aggression down in this duo lane. Both exhausts already blown, but I think Ysera is going to have a bit of a difficult time. But saying that, he is on the Garen duty, he is on tank duty. Trading Scuttle Crabs, I feel like. I think it was actually Dawn that took the top lane Scuttle Crab, so Cherry won't be able to get any Scuttle Crabs at all. DY goes in!
Flashing in for the Justice Punch, the knock-up onto Bruce, and an opportunity here for J-Team with first blood on the hyper carry from Flash Wolves. Flashes away, and only has to put in his summoner spells to get away with his life.
Going in mid as well!
Bruce again in danger. They're chasing after a kill. The Piercing Darkness picks it up. Cherry flashes in for a safe measure, but they find a second diving into the mid lane. J-Team controlling the rift
of Flash Wolves. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that.
Even with the support players, because of the nature of Fasting Santa, here we have Cherry moving on to Ysera, bringing in DY as well. They're fighting towards the jungle right now. Sentinel Embrace doesn't find that much done. Cherry finally gets taken down. Response here from Flash was fighting within their own jungle, but very quickly a response back from J-Team again by taking down Bruce.
Flash Wolves, and on the other hand, they were able to pick off Bruce at the same time again. So a one-for-one trade. And look, this is what I was mentioning about J-Team. Once they get ahead, they move through the enemy junglers, and there's nothing you can do about it.
This is so brutal here, Stuart. Diving under the turret, it just does not look like the objective is even there. They get the walk out Dawn, and it's like it's like everyone has like a timer on their watch, right? Well, I'm gonna focus on this for a second. I'll get back to that point because Flash was responding down the bottom side. Rift Herald being picked up by J-Team towards the other end. DY comes to the bottom side here to try protect Dawn, but will ultimately get taken down. A 2 for Rift Herald exchange across the map. Barry has nothing right now, realistically, and still
he's getting caught again. He's tumbling forward. He's playing aggressive, but he might just be dead again.
Gets caught by the exhaust. He steps forward just 1 second too long. Set up for Flash Wolves' only vision towards that side of their jungle.
Look at this!
And of course, Bruce going down yet again means J-Team pick up yet another catch on the Vayne. We'll have to see if this means they want to try and go for the Baron, or if they're going to wait out for that. Well, they go for an initiation, try and dive them in with the Emperor Hand, pulls in a Cookie. Cookie goes into stasis. J-Team starting to come through. Dawn hits the ultimate, lands it onto the Kha'Zix, takes down the inhibitor mid lane, and are opening up the game.
Towards the Baron, but you can see at the moment that towards that Baron, you can see, look, again, the Death Brushes, they're all going towards them.
The Cherry Brush
to go in!
The Cherry Brush sliding away gives J-Team the first kill, taking down Eason. They very quickly move on to the second target. Cookie gets to escape with invisibility. Baya with the exhaust will hold Cherry in place, but Dawn will not be stopped. Gets the chase after on the turret. Meanwhile, Bruce goes down now. The only 2 remaining members on this side of Flash Wolves in the sights of J-Team. Baya the next to fall, and J-Team very dominantly take control of the game and are looking to close out game number 1 in their favor.
Yeah, they only lose 3 kills in the end. They only lost 1 tower, and that's it. That's the prime game in Ace, and J-Team take a dominant game 1. And also a Corki as well, but now it's just like, you know, I think they just proved in the first game how dominant they were. You know, Berry and DY were so strong, and they performed so well, that they're just like, okay, we're going to win the lane anyway. We're confident enough that we're going to win the lane. So let's pick a champion that can dominate the lane. Let's pick a champion that can snowball really well. And interesting enough, it's actually Bruce, the one.
Very close to something there.
Yeah, Bayo trying to get the culling, and again, more aggression in his bot side.
There's a flash death sentence. They get to go into the bot side again. Body slam blocked the interceptor, the exhaust landing there onto Eason.
He gets the kill.
The auto tag. Barry picks up the kill. Down. Maybe try and force away Bayo. Ysera, maybe go for a dive.
And look at this, you know, J-Team, they're playing the map so well, and even though
Ysera, I don't think he can stand there. No, definitely cannot stand there. The first kill going over. Pan quickly chasing for a second kill onto Eason. Gets the flash away. Pan also hunting for a kill, but Eason flashes out.
If you're sitting in the brush, we don't care if you're, you know, going to be trying to play defensive and try and pick us off. We're just going to walk through your jungle. We're just going to take every advantage that they can.
Catch on the Eason very quickly. The death sentence interrupts the
Draven
body
kill,
slam,
there it
and
is.
A kill coming through for Barry towards the bottom side.
And now in knockouts, again, they're showing that maybe this time it's something a little bit different. Maybe they're not going to choke in the knockout stage.
Let's hope that's not the case, but I feel like that's a death flag there, Stuart, as a death flag arises here for Eason. He steps forward into J-Team while trying to check out for the Rift Tower. As a result, they start to have to back away. J-Team very quickly respond here by sending Flash Rolls back. The Rift Tower can win the game. I know
I
it
didn't know
sounds
that's what
crazy.
you had to do. I didn't know that's what you had to do.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy here, but I feel like they picked Exhaust to win the game. Well, another big thing about winning the game here is actually winning team fights. It looks like J-Team will be able to win it as they go in and dive under turret, taking down Baya. Flash Rolls play under the turret, but have no success there.
Again.
But every single one of them seems to go J-Team's way in the end.
They're going
There we have
again.
it. Fight starts out. Pan gets the first pickup, and they take down Bruce. The scaling option for the team now taken away. Dawn starts to join in on the fight. Looks for Eason, looks for Cookie.
Beautiful
in the back
knock-up.
line. Beautiful knock-up onto Bruce. It's a second kill going over to Barry. Now the death sentence
Triple.
lands. A triple coming across. 4 kills going away of J-Team, running down Flash Rolls 15 minutes into the game, and onto the mid lane they go.
And it's too hard for Flash Wolves to get onto Barry. Barry got that early game advantage, and honestly, they might look to try and just end the game right now.
10 seconds onto Bruce. They have the fortification on the Nexus, but very quickly you see the power that they have, taking down the neutral objective, not the neutral objective, but the turret, the Nexus rather, and moving on to it. J-Team will get themselves a game number 2 in very strong fashion.
Again, a player that we need to see change. We need to see a more priority towards his bot side, because that's where I feel like the advantage of J-Team and also the weakness of Flash Wolves have been. And okay, it's Bruce on the center again and Bayer again on the Lucian, so doing the same thing. But again, they've changed things up. They've now got Ysera on the Kali, so more backline access. You can try and get onto the Vayne in the backline.
And maybe the last game here for both sides is match point for J-Team. They just have to close out one more game, whereas Flash Rolls need to fight and claw back for 3. Hanging, I'm in the same boat as you are, so.
That's not bad then. I guess we're both as bad as each other.
Flash Rolls making the 4-man attempt in the bottom side. A catch on to Barry as Barry flashes away, still getting taken down. First blood going over to Flash
And
Rolls.
this is they're going to look to rotate to the mid lane. They might even try and catch out Pan here as well. I'm really loving this change from Flash Wolves.
The rest of J-Team very far away, and Pan rooted under turret. He does not have the hourglass. Gets knocked back here by Eason and still alive. Ysera might go down. One more dot of damage out from Pan, but will not be able to get it done. Cherry walks over, and of course, the Nimbus strike for the kill.
Try and push multiple ways like this. Create different sources of pressure around the map. And if you can do this, then J-Team have to decide, okay, do we go to the bot lane or do we go to the mid lane? Instead, they're going to try and look for a fight.
Perhaps pick
Oh,
up on
the explosive
Eason, but
cast!
a huge explosive cast and not bad. J-Team taking down Pan right away, but still looking towards Barry to see if he has the damage to finish off the fight. Ysera dives into the base of J-Team. Barry outputting damage. He's kiting between Flash Wolves, but 5 members stand in his way. Flash Wolves pick up the bot side inhibitor. Now, continuing the fight, Barry gets hit by the exhaust. Trading back, they move on to Bruce. Baya still outputting damage. Cherry gets caught in a bad position. Quickly dashing
Cherry,
into
he's
pursuit to take down Cherry. 3 dead on the side of J-Team. Flash
They're gonna try and
find
end.
their chance. They have 5 still left alive. Barry taking damage, taking shots from Flash Wolves. They go on to the next.
They're gonna end
There's
it.
no chance for J-Team to fight back. Flash Wolves will game back against J-Team.
I love it. You want to go in, you want to play aggressive, and that's how J-Team have been winning this game. They're not going to go for the scaling bot lane this time. And wow, this is Bruce on an AP champion.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
He's done it before, but we
That's
wanted to
crazy.
see. But we were hoping to see him in the hyper carry. Didn't work out in games 1 and 2. Now they default back towards the Ziggs. Need someone to play it, be stable with it.
Instead, both teams looking to try and go towards this first dragon instead. Mountain Dragon is not really considered the strongest, but J-Team, they still want to fight.
Eason over in the pit right now. We still
Baya
have
has
the
package.
first use of the Cyclone. Eason over by the back, needs to flash away. Baya comes in with the package, uses it. Dashes over towards DY. DY comes through, still alive at this point. Baya not able to finish off the kill, but the final takes of damage for the package will take down DY. Now back in the mid lane, focus now onto Bruce. Dawn chasing, hunting for a kill, but it's Pan that comes through with a relentless pursuit to pick up the kill instead. Exhaust lands on the Pan. A few more on attacks out from Baya will get the job done, but instead J-Team are able to bring the Lucian to safety.
Yeah, beautiful.
Lux.
The pop of the E, yeah, the pop of the Luxie. And again, you know, J-Team trying to look again towards this top side. More tower dives and more aggression.
That's kind of crazy. Diving topside, Garen and Ysera obviously still very tanky, and so we start to see J-Team unable to finish off the dive. The Rift Tower finally now being used. But Dawn went down!
Reset.
Cherry backs away.
Oh,
Dawn wants to
no.
move back in. The Dragon resets just in time for Flash Wolves. J-Team get to continue contesting this. Pan still over by the back, gets caught out, spotted out by the opposing team. Cherry moving onto the Dragon. It goes over to Flash Wolves. They are able to secure it in time. They look to take down Eason. Get the first reset across. Dawn with the ultimate still available. The might of Noxus coming into play sends Flash Wolves back.
Noxus comes out on top this time. Might even get a triple kill now as well. Cookie is in a world of trouble. Still has the reset.
There we
go. Killing spree, triple kill. Oh no, we get another dunk. This
The
time it's
respawn from
Ysera.
Ysera, and one more auto attack, no relentless pursuit. The Flash held onto by Pan.
Over aggressive or anything. Look at this. They don't even have vision at all of Flash Wolves. They're just like, we're just gonna go forward.
This is a little bit
And
bad
Bruce
for
is
Bruce.
caught.
He's gonna have to flash away, gets to move away from the apprehend, so he dodges Dawn for now. Apprehend finally comes through. It lands on the East. East's already used his flash earlier on. The bite coming comes through.
There's the
The
resets.
dump and the true damage out from Dawn. They take down 2 targets. Flash Wolves down 2 members.
And again, this is what throwing out the ultimate for Lux, but now it's Flash Wolves trying to look for Death Brush. But to be honest, I don't even think you win this.
They walk in on the Cherry, but DY very quickly joins back in on the fight, pulling
Beautiful
in with the
hook.
apprehend, flashes forward, tags Ysera in time. Cherry's clone takes Ysera's ultimate in his stead. J-Team making their claim as one of the best teams in the world. A masterful showing against Flash Wolves, taking down Ysera.
Yeah, they're going to take down all 3 inhibitors now. There's 1 dead on the side of Flash Wolves. It's currently 4 versus 4. Cherry is down, but they can look to end.
Nearly taking down Bruce. The laser comes across, but Bruce gets back to the fountain in time. Right at outside their base, Flash Wolves watch as J-Team run them down. The Winds of War come through. Dawn not able to finish off that final kill, but J-Team with a masterful showing, a 3-1 against Flash Wolves.
Overall, very, very dominating performance by J-Team. Like I said, we don't really talk about the third game. I feel like the third team, they were kind of testing their limits a little bit, but games 1, 2, and 4, they showed that they are such a dominant team. They play so well as a team. They play so well grouped up as 5. And that's exactly what they did in this entire series. They controlled the map, and Flash Wolves, they really, really struggled.